know that labor trafficking is happening in the United States. We, as a movement, are getting better in all areas, but also are getting better at being able to report on labor trafficking. And I think we've come to a really good place about how do we report on sex trafficking, and now we need to get to that place to report labor, so people know what to identify and how to be able to contact the National Trafficking Hotline.
Yeah, and I want to give that number out right now. 888-3737-888. That's the National Trafficking Hotline. 888-3737-888. I want to touch on a point that you made about how a lot of these victims are actually having these things perpetrated on them by someone that they know or possibly trust, and they're being coerced into these situations. In some of these cases, do these people even know that they're a victim of human trafficking?
That's an excellent question. A lot of victims don't know that they are victims of human trafficking. Now, I'll give you a couple of different examples so it only gets more real. Let's say that I'm a child, I'm in a family where there's domestic violence, and that there's also sexual abuse. And where the young person that's 16 years old decides that I'll run away from what I would consider a very unsafe place. And as I go out on the street as someone who's running away, whether I take a bus or walk in the street, I connect with someone who says to me, hey, I would love to take you to dinner. Are you hungry? And I say, yeah, I'm really hungry actually. And I start to share a little bit about myself. This person's super kind and not only giving me food, but maybe actually has, introduced another gift as well, whether it's a gift card or something else. And then we hang out, and the person says, hey, I know that your house isn't great and safe right now. Why don't you come and hang with me? And, I go and I hang out at this person's house. And maybe that's for months, that may even be a year. We've known different survivors who have shared that, it's over a long period of time when they will what we call groom. And this grooming takes place over time, and it's really dismantling a person from that trust, right? It's trusting themselves, trying to make sure that they trust only the trust themselves to, that they have control, or taking of the life. And so over time, whether that's weeks or months or a year, there's a level of trust with this person, and I isolate myself just with this person, and then I'll talk to them and say, hey, in order for us to make rent this month, I really think that it'd be great if we did a couple of my buddies, they'll help us make rent, and I at this point not only have a relationship with you, I trust you, and I even love you, and so I might do that so that we can make rent and have food. And I say that, and so I ask this person who left my home, who then takes a place that helps me with domestic violence and abuse. Now I'm in a situation where no one is beating me, right? This person is not doing what I was out of the house. But I am being forced to have sex with men sometimes for 15, 20 times, even more a day. And so in that space, it's really, that victim at that place doesn't understand that that's human trafficking. And a lot of the folks over the years, the 13 years that we have worked with and that we know, that isn't the person that they think of themselves, right? We may have thought that their boyfriend friend got them into this, someone that they cared about, even a family member, in order to be able to make rent or to be able to have food on the table. And so the idea that they are a victim of human trafficking doesn't even cross their mind.
The example of the trafficker, do they even have any emotions involved in all of this?
Years ago, I had the opportunity to interview 65 men who had either had experience in trafficking or had family member or participated. And it was really, an amazing time that I spent really asking questions with a group of us that were there to understand better what were the motivations to apply politics, what was the thought process. And the reason why I wanted to do that, many people know that through Calistoga Foundation, we exist to prevent human trafficking, right? So if we are going to exist to prevent human trafficking, that means that true prevention is understanding the entirety of this crime. And so thousands of survivors have, I've been honored to hear and be a part of survivors being able to not only share their stories confidentially, but also to be able to have clients within our programming that has just inspired me. But through that too, this idea of speaking to traffickers and buyers and understanding what was really interesting.
And she's driving with the phone in her hand too.
Traffic individuals were some of the similar things that we saw in our survivors, meaning the traffickers, some had experienced abuse as children, sexual abuse as well, physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, and we know that our clients as well as the movement, a lot of survivors have had that experience as well. And so it was interesting to me that there were some parallels, and then there were other things that were not parallels. I'll also put in here that these individuals that I interviewed came forward to be interviewed because they were in a place of remorse and were able to have conversations with me because of that. In that space, there was a lot of sharing of what they think would be true prevention. One of the things very fascinating to hear from them how they thought prevention would look like. And one of those was to your question. So for them, the motivation is money. It really is a business for them. That's how they see it. They see it as a business, no different than anybody else who is a chiropractor or a doctor, social worker, teacher, as a business that they run. And interesting enough, there were even some comments around that they didn't know human trafficking was a crime, which I thought was surprising. But I think that as I listened to this idea of a business, and they understood it wasn't. Obviously, they understood that it was a crime ultimately, but it really, the generational crime, the generational abuse is what it saw through these individuals who were sharing their stories of either being traffickers, being familial trafficking, families. It was generational. Let's just go back to our conversation on root causes. How do we address some of these root causes of making sure that families have what they need, are financially stable, early on, what are the resources for families, how do they make sure that they're close to food. Some of these individuals had cared that the closest supermarket or YMCA or even shelter space is very far from any of their homes. And so being able to have a mentor or someone who would help them to actually have them on a path to understand that trafficking wasn't that they should have as a business, wasn't there already. So again, thinking about trans and the prevention work that we do, elevating survivors, following the lead survivors is paramount. Having this information for us directly from traffickers and buyers was also pivotal in understanding what prevention could look like out in the world.
Yeah, and as I'm listening to you, you're talking about how a lot of the traffickers are coming from a generational situation. So this is very cyclical. It's a cycle that can be broken. What are the steps that we can take to break this cycle?
So that's an excellent question. I think that the steps to break the cycle, it really is, one of the things that within the public safety committee passed SB 14, which is a serious felony of a minor for human trafficking. And one of the things that came up in that committee meeting, which I think is really important, is criminal justice reform. And as a state, we talked about this, like how do we look at criminal justice reform? What does that look like? And I think it's important for us to be able to say we need that. We need to be able to have criminal justice reform. And at the same time, not much, or at the same time, we need to be able to look at how do we hold someone accountable for a crime that they may have participated in as well. And then to your question, how do we go upstream, right? Prevention-wise, how do we go upstream and stop the crime before it starts? And so I think some of those things that we need to look at are really looking closely with families. The last 13 years I have spent my entire career focused on how do we meet people where they're at, how do we meet our clients where they're at, our survivor clients, our vulnerable populations, how do we meet our schools and where they're at, and really, in doing that, it's being able to say, what is it that somebody needs in order to thrive in their life? What is it that they need in order to be successful and have a sustainable job? What do they need in order to excel in school? And how do we individually meet people where they're at in order to make that happen? And I know that sounds sort of crazy in one breath, but I think there's a lot of truth to it. We have an exceptional amount of NGOs in Sacramento alone. I think it's more than 15,000. There are so many amazing NGOs, nonprofits who are working specifically in communities to be able to serve communities better. And I think that bringing all of us around in that space to be able to do our good work and serve in this way is really important. Because when we just go where they're at and we will walk the journey with them, they make it so that they are actually empowered to thrive, and we are just facilitating their movement, their ability to do what they want to do. I think meeting people where they're at and then addressing the things, the barriers. What are the barriers that are making it so that they can't get to employment? What are the barriers to housing or food? But basically, what are the barriers to education? And how do we break those barriers down? If we break those barriers down, then we all of a sudden are empowering those who can be able to make those decisions and walk the path that they want to.
Speaking with Ashley Bryant, CEO and co-founder of Three Strands Global Foundation, and they have a vision of a world free from human trafficking. They do that through mobilizing communities to combat human trafficking through prevention education and reintegration programs. And let's talk a little bit about some of those reintegration programs that you have. Once you help somebody get out of a situation where they were being trafficked, what kind of resources do you have for them after that?
So I love this question so much. We actually have served over 864 clients, those who are survivors and those who are vulnerable to trafficking, through the Employ Plus Empower program, which we launched in 2016. And this program really is about what we just talked about. It's about meeting people where they're at, making sure that their basic needs are met, whether that's shelter or food, clothing, making sure those things are met, and then making sure next, once that has happened, that they're out of an abusive relationship, if that exists, or that we have our mental health clinicians who work directly with clients to make sure that they have what they need from a health perspective, a mental health perspective, and then even from a legal perspective, a legal specialist who works alongside of our clients. But all of those components are different pieces that we put together really thoughtfully and very intentionally, meeting that person again where they're at, right? So if I come in as a client and I don't have housing, then Three Strands Global Foundation will work with one of our many partners in Sacramento, San Francisco, or San Jose to be able to find housing for that individual. If it is that they need their records expunged, they need it vacated because while they were a victim of the trafficker, they had a theft or some other crime, then we can help because as a victim of trafficking, that can be expunged. So that piece, and then there's the employment and the education, which we focus on and have since 2016. And that is, how do we break down the barriers, those being some of the ones I just mentioned, but how do we break down even more barriers? Maybe there's a FAFSA application that needs to be filled out in order for a client to be able to go back to school or to school for the first time. Or maybe the GED needs to be completed if that hasn't been. Or maybe, like many who we know in this movement, I don't have my Social Security card or my driver's license, so I need to be able to get back. It needs to have been met so that I can then be able to get a job and be able to have a car that could transport me to that job. And so just breaking down those barriers, making sure that in every way we are empowering our clients to be able to make the choices that they want to and go into the jobs that they want to. Once, really from the beginning of our program all the way through, and we've had clients 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, even 2 years that have been in our program. And our case managers and social workers work with those clients to be able to design, what is it that they want to do for their lives? What kind of jobs do they want for education? What type of internships might they want to actually try before they even do a job? Some of those are the things that our clients experience it there in our Voices and Power program.
So what kind of training is involved for these kind of programs? So these are programs, if I'm understanding you correctly, these are programs for the employer. So is there a type of training?
Program being Focus and Power, and then once, let's say that the client chooses, the provider chooses the employment pathway and wants to go and work in Sacramento or South specific business, we have another program called TRUE that we have offered to companies where our clients are placed. And TRUE stands for Trauma, Response, and Understanding for Employers. And we have found this to be incredibly powerful for all companies, not just companies where our clients are placed. But the TRUE program is about how do you work alongside other employees. How do I use a trauma-informed lens to be able to know how to interact best and how to support my colleagues in the workplace best? What is good business communication around trauma? What's good self-care in the workplace as it relates to trauma? So all of those pieces are covered by the TRUE program, which the companies that actually where our clients are placed, as well as now across the nation, we've opened up the TRUE program. One of our companies came to us and said, hey, we would really love to be able to offer this to all of our employees, but we also have some other places across the U.S. we can just open this up to other places as well. So we now offer the TRUE program online that people can go through, and it can be part of their HR onboarding process every year that they just go through this training. But that really helps our clients to feel like this is not only a safe company to go and work in, but that they, just like anybody else who's experienced trauma, that people in that job placement understand what trauma means and have a better understanding of how to interact with those who've experienced trauma.
I'm here with Ashley Bryant, CEO and co-founder of Three Strands Global Foundation. And if you suspect that someone you know is a victim of forced labor or commercial sexual exploitation, you can make a report. You can stay completely anonymous if that's something that you would like to make sure happens. Hotline, it's 888-3737-888. Again, 888-3737-888. And if you think that someone is in immediate danger, please call 911 immediately and make sure that you get them out of danger. Now, I want to get back to how people can get involved with your program and what you're doing. I know you have some volunteer opportunities. We're talking a little bit off the air about the Break Free Run, which is something that you were doing for a number of years, but has kind of declined because of the pandemic. You're looking for volunteers for that program. Are there other volunteer opportunities as well?
Absolutely. There are lots of different opportunities to volunteer with Three Strands. In fact, we have on our website a volunteer form that people can fill out and share with us what their interests are. But you are absolutely correct that we are looking for a race director in the Breakthrough Run, which ran all the way up and actually virtually during the pandemic. It was a great source of not only elevating awareness, but also just a great place for families to come and participate, support Three Strands Global Foundation and our work in the greater Sacramento area. And we are looking for a race director. So if anyone listening, that would be of interest to you, we would love to be able to plug you into that role for 2025 Breakthrough Run. We would love to be able to do that. The other thing I was going to mention too that I don't want to forget, because this is really important, is mention prevention, and we talk about prevention through reintegration. I also want to make sure we talk about prevention through education. The prevention through education is our PROTECT program, and our PROTECT program has now scaled to 7 different states across the United States. We reached over 800,000 students and over 115,000 adults. And that really, in 2016, was birthed from 3 nonprofits coming together: Frederick Douglass Family Initiative, Three Strands Global Foundation, and Love Never Fails. Three Strands, though, has continued to be the fiscal sponsor as well as the fiscal manager in the world. And as we look at the PROTECT program, it is about schools. And so if you are listening and schools are something that is your heartbeat, and you say to yourself, I would love to make sure that our school has the PROTECT program. It is a K-12 curriculum, training for teachers, as well as protocol that we put together. And I encourage you to go to our our website and look at the Protect form there about I'm interested in Protect, because we want so much for there to be prevention education in the schools. And we, obviously, back in 2017, we, alongside Assemblyman Bonta, authored AB 1227. And 1227, the state of California, was mandating human trafficking training and curriculum for students once in middle school and once in high school. And this is really about how do we keep our kids safe, and what does prevention look like, and how do we make sure that they know what it means to have certain place. How do we make sure that they know what the characteristics are of a trusted adult, and how do they actually, within that, be empowered to be able to tell someone if there is something that's happening to themselves or a peer, so that they can get the resources that they need for themselves or a peer. So I really want to make sure that we touch on those are really our flagship programs, the Protect program and Split Person Power. And then we have 4 other education programs as well, but those are the long-standing programs that we've had at Christian School Foundation.
Yes, and lots more information on those programs and ways that you can get involved and help at 3sgf.org. That's 3sgf.org. And very quickly, in a couple of moments that we have left here, you also have a really great thing going on right now. An anonymous donor and 5-Star Bank are offering to match every donation that you receive through August 31st. So anybody who's interested in making a donation can make double the impact right now if they do this through August 31st.
Yeah, the summer appeal. That's the summer appeal. So we are so grateful for 5-Star Bank and their long partnership with Christian School Foundation and our anonymous donors who have come forward to have a $20,000 match. Our goal is $50,000. We're well on our way, and we would love for anyone who's listening today to be able to go to our website. You can go under the gate items, or there's a pop-up that comes up as well that will direct you. It's our summer appeal. There's a letter from me. It's talking a little bit about our programming, and specifically our Protect program, and so the summer appeal is funding the prevention education component of what we do. And this would really be encouraged if people would consider a donation to these strands and the work that we're doing.
Well, human trafficking is happening. It's happening right here.
KSBK, Sacramento News Radio, 93.1 FM, 8:30 AM. I'm Chuck Stevenson. After tropical storm Hillary pounded northwest Mexico, it's moving north. Centers over Southern California, dropping heavy rain from the west north. ABC's Matt Rivers in San Diego.
The National Weather Service warning of catastrophic and life-threatening flooding. Los Angeles' mayor.
Our message today is clear. Stay safe, stay home, and stay informed.
The thick roads making driving treacherous. All of LA County now under a flash flood warning.
And as if that's already enough to handle, the Los Angeles Fire Department had to go out and check for damage from an earthquake hours ago. This is ABC's Alex Stone in LA. Hey, really shoving everybody up here. We're already dealing with the historic tropical storm, and then everything started shaking, the ground moving back and forth. It's been a long time since we had a noticeable quake here in LA, and this one coming as we're already under a state of emergency for the rain coming down. 5.1 magnitude quake, says the U.S. Geological Survey. At least 2 deaths and much destruction by the worst Washington state fire in Spokane County. Minimally contained, says Governor Tolles.
We have maybe 200 homes that have been lost. We will be assessing that damage as quickly as humanly possible to bring to bear every assistance that we can for people that have lost their homes.
There are evacuations in Spokane County and to the north because of wildfires in Canada's British Columbia province. Canadian officials say they have made some progress because of cooler, calmer weather. Families say they still have hope as search crews still look for those missing in the wildfires on Maui, where there are more than 110 deaths. Team Administrator Dan Criswell.
The search efforts are 78% complete in Lahaina town, and we continue to have our teams on the ground going through all of the structures that were lost as a result of this fire.
Team is Dan Criswell, President, and Mrs. Biden are due to visit Maui tomorrow. You're listening to ABC News.
California's capital city,
KSBK News Radio.
Emergency crews in Southern California are worried